guys, welcome to another session of Sapat Diary. Today, I'm privileged and honored to have a good friend of mine, Cathy Matete.
Yeah, man.
So Cathy, please tell the audience who you are.
Who I am.
And why you're here today.
So, my name is Cathy Matete and I'm a reggae and dancehall artist. And, I do a lot of lovers rock and my music is usually centered along those lines, Zamapenzi. So that's just basically Cathy. And I'm here because Sapat is a very good friend of mine. We've been friends for so many years. How many years, Pato? 5? Is it 5 years?
Yeah, it's long. It's more than that.
It's more than 5 years.
Maybe 10.
Or 10, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been friends for a while and, he just started this vlog of his and he thought I'd make an appearance.
Of course.
So that's why I'm here, we should just share, my story and my music.
So when did you start singing?
Yeah, it's been a while. But, I've been singing all my life. I come from a family, of singers. My dad used to be a choir master in his days. And
oh, okay, that's dope.
And my mom was in his choir, so that's
that's a deadly love story.
That's where they met.
Maybe I should have them over in my
one of these days.
Yeah.
So, my dad used to sing. My mom sings as well. So, my background is just a very musical background. Most of my sisters sing. Some of my brothers sing.
Okay.
And so I've just grown up in a family, just people singing. And I started singing, I think, when I was, when I really joined high school, primary, kidogo, and then high school, and then church. And now here we are.
Oh,
yeah.
That's dope.
Yay, thank you.
And now into taking it professional.
Yeah.
When did you start recording your music or first performance?
So professionally, I started in around 2013. I used to have a shop in Jamhuri where I just used to sell African ornaments, and I met a mutual friend who knew someone who had a studio somewhere, and they were like, Cathy, I know you sing in church, and I really think you could record some of your stuff in studio, so let me take you to one of my friend's studios. So that was around, I think, 2012, not 2013, 2012. Well, that's when I met Tune Them Band. I auditioned and, I started singing with them from 2013. And I joined... now I started doing my own thing. I used to be with Tune Them. I've been with Tune Them for a while now, for about 6-7 years. And so I decided to just push my own agenda late 2018. I had met with Shamir, he's one of the dopest reggae producers and singers we have in Kenya.
Okay.
So I had met him, around 2012, and he introduced me to, ZJ Heno and the rest of the clan, and I started recording.
Back in 2013?
Back in 2013.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so that's when I recorded my first reggae tune called All For You. And so, that's just how the journey began. And I started doing my own thing now in 2018. And, it picked up pole until now.
Before we continue, let me just play the first recording she did. And then we'll pick it up from there.
Sure.
Everything you're searching for is right here with me. All for you. Totally committed to you, and I'm sure of it. Oh yes, I am all for you. Yeah, I'm totally committed to you, and I'm sure of it. Oh yes, baby. Please take my hand, let's get away. Don't have to believe in every word I say. I promise we will be okay. We found so many sunsets, we're still together, and as sure as the sun that shines. I'm stuck on you like a glove. All for you, baby. I'm totally committed to you. And I'm sure I'll be so yes, I am all for you.
Wow.
Yeah. Totally committed.
So let me ask you, Cathy.
Yeah.
Like this track, is it out? Can somebody, whoever is watching now?
Yeah, so yeah, this this was my first reggae song, and most people don't know, but it was written by Shamir.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So,
okay, big up to Shamir.
Big up yourself, Shamir.
Okay.
And it's just one of those songs that I really hold dear to my heart because this is the song that opened up reggae music for me, back in the day. So yeah, it's out already. It's out on actually all digital platforms. It was produced by ZJ Heno. And so yeah, you guys can check it out on Spotify, iTunes, Boomplay, Mukito Music, and all the major platforms.
ZJ Heno, salute. Yeah, that is just a dope track.
Thank you.
Why reggae?
Why not reggae?
Okay.
So reggae is a genre that's like people really relate to worldwide, and I fell in love with it because of its positive themes. Like most of the reggae musicians are always talking about us fighting for justice and spreading love and all these positive themes to it. And so that's what really attracted me to it. And it's just a feel good kind of genre, and everyone else is doing everything else, so why can't I just do reggae? So that's basically why. And growing up, my sisters used to play a lot of neo soul and hip hop and a lot of reggae music, and I think that's where the influence really came from a very young age.
Wow, that song for sure carried me away.
Yay.
Let's talk about Carry Me Away.
Yeah, Carry Me Away is this was my second reggae tune. Thank you for systematically following them in that order. This is it's very groovy, and I think that's why I fell in love with the track. It was produced by Shamir Still, and he gave me this track and he was like, "Yo, Cathy, just go surprise me." And I just went and wrote about the love of Christ, because I'm a believer, and his love is constant, his love never fails, and I feel like his love really carries me away.
Of course. And
so that was just the inspiration behind the song.
And it did carry me away.
Yeah, thank you. This is like a very different, it's really out of my comfort zone, so it's very special also.
This was your first song. Now you writing?
Yeah, now me writing.
Had you been practicing before? Had you written songs before?
Yeah. Yo, man. I started writing songs in high school.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
I wrote my first song in around Form 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah, I had like this book, like it was like 20 pages where I just had like, I still have it.
Uh-huh.
And it has like most of my like I'm a melody person, and so
Okay.
it has like choruses that are very very melodious and very soulful. And so writing carried away was not really a problem. But I became I really believe in my sound, and I believe in my writing. I am a writer first before I'm even a singer.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this one time I started I recorded something, I think, in another studio, and
Mm-hmm.
the producer was such a critique, and he was like, yo, Cathy, I feel like these lyrics they're not nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you could really improve and do this and do this and do that. And that really challenged me to really criticizing I'm very self-critical, and so
It is very important.
yeah, so that really set me apart in terms of writing. I was like, okay, does this line, is this a good line?
Mm-hmm.
So I really can't put out something that I haven't really self-critiqued, and I believe like this is good, so I have to give it out to people. So that's really when I knew it, like I had the ability to like really write after after that session, and just growing into writing, and that's how this song came about.
About your needs and more, is away your pain and give you what you want. Never deceive you, never neglect you. No, no, no. 'Cause you and I are a match made in heaven. So don't let this go to waste, 'cause I don't see myself with no one else. Take my hand and breathe. You don't have to cry, you don't have to look. Take my hand and breathe. No, 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 no. You don't have to cry, you don't have to look no more. I'll be with you till the morning comes. When you're feeling down, when you feel like all hope is lost, when you feel like you can't go on, I'll be by your side when it's getting cold. When the curtains come closing in, you can be sure I'll be there, I'll be there. You don't have to cry, you don't have to look no more. Take my hand and breathe. Yeah, yeah. You don't have to cry, you don't have to look no more. There's someone here now, cares about your needs and more, is away your pain and give you what you want. Never deceive you, never neglect you. No, no, no. You and I are a match made in heaven. So don't let this go to waste, 'cause I don't see myself with no one else. Take my hand and breathe.
Take my hand.
Yay.
Hey, you seem to be ready with an album. Hey, so
Who knows?
far.
Who
Yeah, guys. Man,
you,
she is
Pato.
making my day. Ah, la, 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 la. I'm supposed to be like talking to her now. I'm like, I feel like I should ask her sign an autograph and things like that.
Where is the pen?
Yeah, you have to. So let's talk about Take My Hand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Take My Hand. So now this was after so many years of being in another band, and now this is now Cathy coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and produced by Zuja Heno and Shamir as well. And you know, I was head over heels over someone when I was writing this song.
Okay.
You know, and
Mm-hmm.
he
Someone.
whoever you
yeah.
are.
Okay.
And you know, they were really going through a tough time.
Uh-huh.
You know, with family and just work. And I was just telling them that, you know, I'm here. You can hold my hand anytime. I'm willing to help you. You know, every step of the way. And just to know that, you know, I'll always be here for you. So Take My Hand is just that kind of song.